And now you can see the Backseat Mogul Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv. It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours and happy hour, Fridays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Showbiz is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. There's also a bad side.
Good morning and welcome to the Backseat Mogul Show. I am R. Scott Bolton. I am the Backseat Mogul, and this is the show we talk about show business. Johnny D sitting right there. You just missed him rocking out to Slam Alice. And next time we have Jeff Genet, who's very busy, but not busy enough not to join us. So that's good news. He had a very busy week. So anyway, we're here to talk about a lot of stuff today. First of all, let's talk about the fact that
are we really here or are we AI?
Okay, so let me zoom in on Jeff, and we're going to get rid of John completely. There we go. That's much better. John was part of the show for many years. Unfortunately, he has sadly passed. And
he's practicing for the Y.
Wait.
Stay like that the whole show.
No.
Taylor Swift was in Ojai this week, and she was there for a wedding for one of the Haim sisters. I guess is another musical act or whatever.
Okay.
It was big news even for Ojai. There's a new hotel up there where everybody was staying and where I believe the ceremony was held. And there's been photos of Taylor and Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks was at the wedding. But what got me excited about it was Steven Spielberg was also at the wedding.
Oh.
Now, there's a guy named Rami who has Joe's Quick Mart up in Ojai. And he does a little bit every morning with the lottery before I do my bit about the movies on KVTA radio. And he was talking about how excited he was because he'd heard about this. Everybody had to sign those notices. They wouldn't disclose anything, but a non-disclosure agreement. And but he just knew there was a wedding with celebrities going to be there. So he couldn't wait to see which celebrities came over to the Joe's Quick Mart and got their coffee or what. There was none. He said he was very disappointed that none of the celebrities came there. I go, well, what did you want? You want like Taylor Swift to walk over with her entourage and get a Slurpee? He doesn't have Slurpees, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I just thought that was fun. The best thing about it was it really pissed off Andrea, my daughter-in-law, and Josh's wife.
They weren't invited.
Because nobody said anything about it till it was over. Because of the non-disclosure agreements, it was top secret. So she didn't even know she was there. She's a total Swiftie, and she didn't even know she was there until it was too late. So anyway, Taylor, anytime you're free, come by, drop by the Backseat Mogul Show, and we'll put you on for 15, 20 minutes.
Or the whole show. If you want to sing, yeah, fine.
We'll do an extended show for you when you drop by. So
Scotty will give you an autographed signed copy of one of his books.
I'll give you all of my books.
Speaking of Scotty's books.
It's way too early for that.
Okay.
And
it's
I know,
coming.
Jeff, I know I promised to make a commercial. As soon as I make one that I like, we're going to stop that stuff.
He's got to voice it though. The word plethorol has to be in it.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. That actually would work. I'll just take one of his old ones and just build a commercial around it.
Yeah. Just take clips of, go through all 900 shows you guys have and just
AI it and make it all one.
Oh, there you go. AI again. And you jumped all over me for saying, are we live or AI?
That's because that was a stupid comment.
Oh.
Anyway, we're going to talk about movie reviews today. Jeff, what did you see?
I saw 12 Angry Men last night.
Okay, so we'll talk about 12 Angry Men. Johnny, you watch some TV because you're too lazy to go out to the theaters?
Yeah. And I'm getting caught up on, which I didn't realize that some of it had already come back, Sheriff Country. And the only reason I like Sheriff Country is because of the main star in it.
I wanted to see Sheriff Country because somebody recommended it to me, and then I looked at reviews and they said it was one of the top 10 worst shows of 2025.
I enjoy. I've always liked the
Say your name.
I cannot. I think it's Marina Baccaria.
You're close, but you got the first name completely wrong.
Oh, Marina.
You're thinking Marina Sirtis. I know where the little flies come from. Don't they annoy the crap out of you?
Yeah.
I didn't bring them in. Oh, wait,
what's it called? Sheriff Country.
Yeah. I've liked her. I think the first thing I saw her in probably was Stargate.
Marina Baccarin.
Oh, he was pretty close.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
Oh no, the first thing I saw her in was Serenity or Firefly.
Yeah, that's where I first saw her. That's where a lot of people. The first time I saw them were in Firefly. Jeff, again, did you ever watch? You watched Firefly, right?
Nope, I have not seen the show.
That's
I have the movie Serenity, but I haven't seen the show.
Okay, don't watch the movie until you've seen the show because it literally caps everything.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like the series didn't end well because Fox screwed it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, Fox, you did screw it up. But that is the capper. That is the final episode, and it really is the final episode of the show. So watch the series first.
How many episodes is it?
I think there's only 8.
Oh,
because it was one season.
I'll do that by next week.
And also another thing where the network screwed up. I don't think they aired them in proper order.
They didn't.
There's an airing. Oh, so there's a order I have to watch them in.
Yeah.
Is it on Hulu? Okay.
Yeah, watch them in order. And the order that's on Hulu and the order that's on the DVDs is correct. The order what happened was Fox released the first episode and it didn't do as well as they hoped it did.
Uh-huh.
And because the executives all know more about making movies and telling stories than filmmakers and storytellers, they think they do. They decided they didn't watch it because there wasn't enough action in the first one. What is the show with the most action? Well, that's episode 4. Okay, put on episode 4 next week. Well, then there was no flow. You watched episode 1, you jumped to episode 4, you don't know what happened in episode 2 and 3, and it's one full story. It killed it. That was it. It was over. And it was unfortunate because
it really was a good series.
It was.
So Hulu fixed that and they
Hulu plays it in the right order. Yeah. Because it was just when it was on broadcast television that the network dweebs. This one thing that ticks me off so much. And I know there's a lot of suits out there that do know movies, but I think most of them don't. And they're the ones who are telling you what you're doing is wrong. I'll never forget, we were pitching a project called Sir McHenry. And McHenry is spelled machinery. It was based on a book that I fell in love with when I was a kid. And I bought the rights and I owned the rights for like 5 years. I didn't buy them. I optioned them. It cost me a lot of money too. But I was determined to make a movie out of this. The final year, I was out there trying to make that movie. This producer, and I don't remember her name, but she came to me and she said, look, let me pitch this movie for you and you can come along for the ride. I said, okay, let's go. So that's when I was doing 2-3 pitch meetings a day for that show. And the story is about, it's such a perfect Spielberg project. I wish we could have got it in his hands. It's about a American scientist in Scotland, and he's building a robot. Well, he finishes the robot, but he's too tired to do any tests, so he goes to bed. Well, these dwarves come in and they find the robot and they think he's a knight because he's a robot. So they think he's a knight in shining armor. And they tell him that he has to come with them to save their world. And he does it because he thinks they're children and his program to always serve children. So he goes along to the thing. And he meets dragons, the Loch Ness Monster, all kinds of the main demon is awesome. It's just a great story all the while. Anyway, you would go to the pitch meetings, you'd listen to the people's, well, what if we did this instead? And you wanted to go, are you an idiot? I don't, like the one guy says, what if we took that robot and made him a little boy instead? What? Well, it's a lot cheaper to have a little boy on screen than it is to have a robot. Maybe, but you've just ruined the story. Mm-hmm. It's like, I want to do, but I'll tell you, I learned something from that producer because she leaned forward and she went, oh my God, that's a great idea. We want to make this movie with you. Because she knew once she got the money, she could futz around and make it the way that it was supposed to be. She was really sharp. I wish I remembered her name. But anyway, that's my story about that. And I'm sorry, I got off on a jag of that. So you watched TV shows.
Yep.
Which ones in particular?
Well, like I said, Sheriff's Country, Matlock. I just love that show.
She's terrific. Did she win again? Kathy Bates?
Kathy Bates? Oh, I don't know.
She's so good.
And Elsbeth. And I got caught up on, that's all CBS. On the NBC side, I got caught up on the Chicago PD and Chicago Fire. I fell out of Chicago Med. I don't know why. Just
too many Chicagos, probably.
Could be. And then I got caught up on some of the FBI and Law and Order, not the SVU, but the regular Law and Order, and getting a little caught up on Law and Order Toronto. But what I don't like about Law and Order Toronto is the fact that it's no orders, just law. Whereas all the other Law and Order shows that you've seen, you have the first part, which is the law. The crime happens, people are arrested, and then the order parts, they go to court. It happened with the original Law and Order, the Law and Order SVU, the Law and Order UK, the other Law and Orders. But with the Law and Order Toronto, it's the crime's committed, they make an arrest, they talk to a guy who is like a DA, district attorney, but they never go to court.
But they still fill their how much is it now? 42 minutes of screen time. Yeah,
I guess. But
okay, I was just asking for a list at this point. We're going to go back and do the reviews.
And
you also did reviews. It's okay. I didn't tell you that. I meant to tell you guys before, but I forgot. We're building suspense, so you'll stay riveted to your screen and waiting for us to get to the part that you want to hear about. Or you can turn it off because there's nothing.
Speaking of suspense, that was actually a good. Back in the day, it was a good series, a weekly series. I think it was called Suspense, and then they'd have a different episode every week. Getting back to 12 Angry Men. Now,
wait, no, John, stop. We're moving ahead, okay? We're just doing introductions right now. Jeff's going to talk about 12 Angry Men. You're going to talk about all that crap television you watched.
What'd you watch?
And I watched a bunch of movies. I watched, I saw Primate in theaters. Josh and I went to see that, and we enjoyed that. I also saw, and I just had it pulled up, and then I closed it because I'm a moron.
No comment.
Good. I watched The Devil All the Time.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay.
Recommended by Jeff. I watched Marty Supreme, and there's a joke there I want to make so bad, but I can't do it on the air. I've watched Begonia. Primate, as I said, Train Dreams, which is a movie recommended by Josh. And I also watched Superbad, which I want to talk about because, well, we'll just talk about it when the time comes. So, yes, now you may speak.
No, what was
Time's up. Moving on.
No, the ping pong movie?
There is no ping pong movie.
Marty Supreme.
It's a table tennis movie. Don't you dare call it a ping pong movie.
That's not ping pong? Okay.
Here's the thing. A ping pong movie would be like a Rocky version of a ping pong movie. This is a table tennis movie because it's not what I expected at all. And I'll explain.
Do they do beer pong?
Jeff, tell us about 12 Angry Men.
I started to write beer pong.
Of course he did.
Well, I was very busy this week. I didn't have a chance to go to the theater. And I've been watching Twin Peaks with my wife. We're good ways through season 2 right now. So I haven't had time really in the mornings to watch anything. Last night, I was in distress because I realized I didn't watch anything and I needed to talk about something on the show. So I was scrolling through. I was actually trying to find X to watch those movies, X, Pearl, and Maxine,
yeah,
because they were all on HBO. And then you know how that happens when you go to sit down and watch them. Finally, they take them all off.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. So couldn't watch that. So I was scrolling through other stuff, saw 12 Angry Men, thought, oh, everyone says that's a great movie, one of the greatest of all time. So sat down and watched it. Amazon Prime has ads now, so that sucks. But
It does. It's annoying as hell. You can buy your way out of it, but I also understand they don't want you to buy their way out of it because they're all moving to a commercial-driven basis, which means we're back where we started.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So DVDs, everybody, DVDs.
That's right. Physical media, get it?
So yeah, I thought it was really well done just from that first shot going up to the courthouse and showing all that and seeing all the people walk through and everything. I thought the characters were really well built. Acting was great in that. It all takes place in one location. Just everything, the acting, the camera work, all that stuff was really well done. And all the people, I recognized a few of them now that I've started to, slowly been going through older movies. Yeah. Like I recognize the guy from Psycho. I forget his name. I was like sitting there. I'm like, I know that guy. Martin Balsam.
Martin Balsam.
Yeah, juror number 1.
Want to see my Martin Balsam impression? Okay,
that's pretty good.
Now, when he's doing that, just move closer to the screen.
I mean, yeah, look at that cast.
Yeah, I recognized a few people, and then who was the guy that was? Oh, Henry Fonda. Henry Fonda was in My Darling Clementine, the movie that I saw.
I have that. I have a DVD of that.
Not right now. You don't.
Wait, what?
Didn't he loan it to you? Or did you
No.
return it? Oh,
no,
okay.
no, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was my own copy.
I'm speaking out of turn.
But anyways, yeah, I recognize some people in there. The only thing is that I will say is when it ends, it just ends. Like there was no.
Sorry about that bug. I don't know where he came from. I don't remember the very end of that movie.
Well, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen 12 Angry Men, but everybody flips to not guilty.
Right. It's the process that makes it worth seeing.
Yeah, and then they just leave.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted,
like a follow-up to go out.
Yeah, like, what happened in the courtroom when they said not guilty? Like, was there a little bit of relief in there? Or like, I was just kind of curious because, yeah, you can see the points of not guilty, but also you could see the points of guilty. And it's like, well, are they stretching here? Or are they, like what? So we don't actually know when the movie ends, whether this kid, actually did it or not.
It's not about whether he did it or not. It's about how they come to the decision that they come
to. I've never been on a jury. I've always wanted to. I've come close twice. So I don't know how it actually goes in a jury box or the deliberation room and all that. So I don't know how accurate it was, but it was super entertaining.
Then, because what was the year on that?
53.
Oh, that was 57.
57.
57.
57.
And what's really straight? Okay, that was released in 57. There was a remake that was released in 97.
That, as I recall, doesn't have any business being discussed within this one. Who was in that one?
A bunch of people. George C. Scott.
Very helpful. Oh, see, I would watch it just because George C. Scott's in it.
Jack Lemmon.
It might have been better than I'm
Hume
remembering.
Cronin. And the only reason I know that is because
yeah, we know. John has to start looking up stuff immediately so he looks like he knows. But then you gave away the secret. You blew the secret. Then pulled the phone out. Now they all know.
Oh. And Sidney Lumet directed the original.
Yes.
But William Friedkin directed the remake.
Hell, then I'm in. I didn't know that. Maybe I haven't seen this. William Friedkin, of course, did The Exorcist and other movies, and he's a terrific director. Oh, yeah.
So both versions, all-star cast, all the way around.
When I was a kid, a teenager, I watched this movie on television, and I was struck by it. Years later, the best thing that ever happened to me movie-wise is they had a film appreciation class at Ventura College. And I wish I remembered her name too, because she was a terrific instructor, but she brought in movies that you'd maybe heard about, maybe not heard about, but that really helped describe a certain movement or style in film. She did everything from this kind of stone cold drama, which is based, kind of realistic, to what's that technique where they show you something but it means something else? I can't remember the name of that tactic, but they show you like, and the one film she showed us, I feel bad because we kind of laughed all the way through it because it was so overwrought, and it was probably Fellini or something special like that. And watching it, I mean, the guy, he's dying. So it cuts to a screen of him on this horizon in complete glorious black and white. And he reaches over for his drink and he spills his drink and his drink falls over and the earth rolls out of it. You're like, oh, come on, this is just stupid. But so anyway, and she showed this movie in that class. And again, I was riveted for the second time. Mm-hmm. So I really count this movie among the ones that got me interested in movies in the first place. So I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah, it was the first time watching it. I watched it pretty late, so I fell asleep towards the end. Like, like when you're laying on the couch, you got the cat on you and you're just kind of dozing in and out. Last 5 minutes, so I had to rewatch the last 15 minutes this morning. But yeah, it was a really good film.
Now, if you're interested, the 97 version appears to be available on Tubi and for rent on Prime Video.
Okay. And this was another one that was on HBO, but it is now on Amazon Prime with ads. Or you can go get the DVD.
And I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. And I know there are people out there who actually like the commercials because it allows you to get up and go do what you need to do and not miss any of the movie. But it interrupts the flow. And it does badly. Yeah. And I despise that. I hate it for that. We were watching Begonia, and the ads would pop up. You're like, oh my God. It's like, and plus it's the same ad, and it just disturbs the whole flow of the movie. And that's part of the film is the flow.
Yeah. And they go for like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And then what's weird is there's like 3 of them that are 2 minutes, 20 seconds or 1 minute, 45 seconds. And then you get to one and it's like, it's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why even put that there? Like, I don't know.
Well, movie theaters have started showing ads before the movie.
I have no issue with that.
And I don't either. But how long before they start putting ads?
The day they decide to put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Because people will not go to a movie and watch an ad in the middle of a movie.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
stay
go.
At home.
Yeah. I wouldn't even go. And I love going to the movie theater. So anyway, highly recommended by Jeff, who just saw it. I know you've seen it and love it. Mm-hmm. And so if you haven't seen 12 Angry Men, and you've got 96 minutes, so it goes by quick. Check it out. It's awesome.
I thought it was a lot longer.
Yeah, 96 minutes according to IMDb.
Yeah.
You should watch both versions.
You haven't seen the other one. Why would you mention it?
Because I saw it when it came out way back when.
No, you didn't.
Okay, maybe later on it came on TV. But the first one obviously was black and white. The second one is shot in color. And both of them all-star casts.
Yeah, look at this. Not only did William Friedkin direct it, but you got Jack Lemmon, George C. Scott, James Gandolfini. Who's that guy? Just kidding. Tony Danza, William Peterson, Courtney B. Vance. I mean, there's probably more, but I'm not going to click that arrow. I'm curious what the reviews were for it, though.
It says 7.8 on IMDb.
That's pretty good.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I screwed up. I'm going to get a virus.
Oh, no. It's an Antioch virus.
Don't you hate when you mistype a name of one of your favorite sites and some spam thing or something comes up?
Yeah, some other stuff that you weren't looking for.
Okay, so not that one, but let's look at this one first. So the original 12 Angry Men has 100%. Of course it does, and deservedly so. And then the 97 version, you can make me type that again? Is 93%. So that's pretty good too. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Okay. Like I probably would have helped if I spelled 12 right, but 12. They got it.
Just for curiosity, pull up that 7 Angry Men.
That was after the 5 of them were murdered, right?
Oh, could be. They got thrown out the window.
7 Angry Men.
Yeah.
You want the review of it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't remember that movie, and I think it was released in 55.
So why are we looking it up?
Because I saw it up there.
Oh, okay.
7.
It keeps is that a sequel?
No, I don't think so.
To 6 Angry Men? 1955 Raymond Massey. No review because
Jeffrey Hunter,
yeah,
Deborah Peck.
It's a prequel because it's less people.
that's true. Yeah.
But again, good cast. Oh, it takes place in 1859.
Like more than a few Westerns, it engages with issues of race and social justice. Like many films in general, it seems a reflection of its time. That's okay. I got no issue with a reflection of its time. I want it to be a reflection of its time. But it does make it difficult to watch some of those old Westerns with the racial stereotypes and what have you, because some of them are pretty severe. Like,
well, one of the
you would remember, you were there in those days.
who do you think loaded the camera? Now, have you ever seen Birth of a Nation, the original Birth of a Nation?
I have not.
Okay,
It's silent and like 4 hours long. I'm not interested.
I think that it came through our shop, or Bert's shop,
Maybe.
and as
1915.
as racist as that movie was and still is, it's an interesting. What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, it is part of cinematic history, no matter how you look at it. Whether you like, you have to understand the era it came from. You don't have to like the way things are portrayed. And that's I've never seen it because it is very long, isn't it? I know that's a personal question. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah.
Which means it probably has an intermission or two.
It's almost as long as Avatar 3. That's very long. But you can find that on Amazon as well.
Now, there was another movie that came out last year, a year before, something like that, called Birth of a Nation, which has nothing to do with the original. I just thought I'd throw that out there. It's not a sequel. It's not a prequel.
Is it a reboot? They do a reboot?
I don't think it's a reboot. I think it's a modern story, but I don't think it has anything to do with the original.
Okay.
I just don't want people to be confused. Well, that's not the Birth of a Nation I saw. So I just want to.
If they're not thinking that, then they should be watching another show. That was kind of rude. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
You also, where are you at in Twin Peaks?
The top.
Nope.
We'll just get rid of John again.
We're about halfway through the second season, I think. The audience now knows who killed Laura Palmer. The detectives.
The series starts out when she's dead, John. It's not a spoiler.
Yes, but the second murder just happened.
Oh.
And they just found that body. So, not going to say who that is because that's a spoiler.
If I remember it correctly, that's a really creepy find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it's definitely getting more mystical at the moment, and it is fun seeing my wife's reactions, saying, what the F is going on, and like, what does this mean? And just like, well, we gotta keep watching, So
you've warned her that eventually it makes no sense whatsoever, right?
I just keep telling her, well, it's
the next
Peaks, yeah. Yeah, there's in the pack that I have, there's like 21 discs, and we're on disc 4. And we're halfway through season 2, so I'm wondering, like, what is on those other discs? Because we're almost done with the second season. I'm curious.
There's lots of bonus. If it's the same set I bought, and I had to buy it, they re-released it right about the time that David Lynch died, and it's like, well, I need to have that.
It's the Z to A.
That's it.
Collection.
That's the one I got.
Oh, okay.
And there is all kinds of bonus features. There's different, as I remember, there's different versions of certain episodes, the way they aired, what have you.
Oh, okay.
It's $62 right now on Diabolic DVD, $53 at Target.
That one though, that pack
different?
doesn't have the movie in it. So I bought the Z to A one, or I got it for Christmas, but I wanted the Z to A one because that had the movie in it as well.
Yes. And has the Showtime version too. Does this pack have the
Yeah,
Showtime version?
That one has the Showtime version
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
But I'm so excited for you guys to get to the Showtime version because, in my opinion, it's the definitive Twin Peaks.
Mhm.
I know everybody else is used to the one that was on ABC, I believe it was the original network.
Mhm.
Which how that got onto original network, I have no idea because it's so bizarre and stylish. But wait till you see what happens when David Lynch had no shackles.
Hmm.
He's do whatever he wants, whatever time length he wants. Showtime just said go to it. And when they finished that season, they said, David, you think you want to do another season of Twin Peaks? He goes, yeah, in another 25 years. But yeah, so anyway, I'm anxious for you to get there because honestly, when I rewatched everything, and I will again, I wasn't all that impressed with the broadcast version.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. It was bizarre to the point that sometimes it was funny, but not bizarre like, oh my God, what are they doing now kind of thing, even though there were moments like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Showtime edition, like I said, it's just balls out nuts. And so unfortunately, we'll never see anything like that again with Mr. Lynch being gone. So that's pretty much what you spent your time watching for this week. And
yeah,
last night struggling to get something you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
There's always plenty to talk about here.
No. I feel bad. I'm like, oh, I haven't watched anything, but yes, I spent most of my time watching Twin Peaks, the free time that I did have. I've been trying to get through some video games here and there that I have a big backlog of video games, the same as I have movies. So I'm trying to get through some other stuff as well.
That's what we were talking about.
And then I've been editing a lot. So all that on top of work, it's just like, and then when I get home from work, it's like, oh, I don't really want to go out to the movies right now. I'm too tired to do that. So
yeah. And you go late. I mean, most of the time.
Yeah.
You go.
I'll go like at the late 8 o'clock show or 9 o'clock show. And then if they have an 11, I'll just do a double feature just so I can get something in.
Yeah.
So
this is fun to do. I love going to the movies, and it's so bad at this point. Shelley and I went to see Marty Supreme, and we walked in, and it's like some of the bars here in town. We walk in the door and immediately, oh, hey, how you doing? They recognize me. It's like, yeah, I've been going to this theater too much, but it's kind of cool too that happens, So speaking of editing. And now it's time for the First Run Progress Report with filmmaker Jeff Genet. Did you get it?
No.
Oh, damn it. So tell us what's going on with First Run.
I've been jumping back and forth between First Run and other projects that I'm doing, cooking up some stuff for 2026. Nothing super exciting, I guess. But the movie is cut pretty much the way I want it. And I went through the movie from start to finish, and I made a list for each scene of what I need to fix in each, whether it's like, oh, this part, take 3 frames off, or fix the audio here. And 98% of all the issues that I have right now are audio problems, where it's like, case. Okay, there's like when we're filming in the theater, one take, this machine's going, and then because we move the camera, the sound is different. So now I got to figure out how to get rid of that noise and make that noise constant throughout without that noise being there, or somehow blend them, or figure out how to get rid of them altogether. But then sometimes when I use the programs to get rid of it, the voices sound tinny and you kind of know that you put it through something. So I'm kind of having to learn like a whole new thing with audio programs and junk. And that's what's taking a long time. And it's one, time consuming to where like it'll be a few hours just on one little thing. And B, the motivation for me to do that, it's hard to find.
It's tedious.
Because it's tedious, yeah. And I have all these other projects that I want to work on that I have a want to do and an inspiration to do, and it's like, well, I could spend like 10 minutes over here and do this, and then I find myself neglecting the film. I'm still...
No, I was going to suggest to get rid of that the machine noise. Maybe is there a way of putting some type of generic music in the background that would cover it?
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to have to do through some of it, is just put music in the background. The thing is, which was what I was going to get into next, is I don't have any of the music yet. And I'm thinking I'm just going to use some stuff that already exists and just, pay for that or whatever. Or the people that I know, like, have them make something or whatever. But because I'm focusing on this other stuff, I'm not really thinking about that yet.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. And Pat did show me a color test. We went through some scenes and looked at the color, which some of them, it's just because he's like, oh, well, how do you think about this? What do you think about this? Most of the scenes he showed me are perfect the way I want them. So all he has to do is figure out how to save that overlay so he can just give it to me. So because he's working on DaVinci and I'm working on Premiere. So
Right.
we
I
can
remember you
transfer
guys having that issue.
that. And then there's other scenes that look like super oversaturated to where it's like the reds are like super, not like a cartoon look, but it looks too
Vibrant.
Yes.
It bleeds a little because it's too vibrant.
And how I like things is I kind of like things like realistic, but a little more on the darker side. So we're trying to figure out that, but there are a few scenes that are done in terms of color. He's been working pretty hard on that.
See, that's something I don't deal with because the only editing I'm doing is for my podcast, the fishing podcast. I don't even edit these podcasts because they are what they are. And podcasts aren't at cinema level, obviously. But sometimes, with audio, I don't have to deal with color issues or anything like that with the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But audio is always an issue. And we bought these little microphones, the ones that we wore that time to that, and they work a lot better. But still, you have to go through it and sometimes because somebody's mic gets under their collar or something.
Yeah.
And so when I have to go through a podcast and raise the audio every 2.1 seconds, it's just tedious as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to do it, but you have to in order to make it workable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm always so careful about the audio here, even though sometimes even that gets by me sometimes. Because one of the things that Kevin taught me, Kevin Brannon, who does the fishing show and then does the community podcast, he said one of his instructors, and I apologize for the language in advance, said if you don't have audio, you don't have shit. And it's true. The audio will screw you up every single time. Mm-hmm. So, and you're experiencing that firsthand, and audio is tricky.
Yeah. And the thing is it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be coming out of it, which is great because there have been other projects that I've worked on where the audio was unbearable. You've seen some of those. And I think what another major problem of editing this movie now is me, because I'm a perfectionist about it. And I want, we almost got it.
We're hunting down a gnat, if you're wondering what's going on here.
So I'm watching this movie and I know all the imperfections of it, and I notice all the little things. So that stuff starts to bother me. Yeah. Even though I play it for someone else, they don't notice any of that.
That's exactly right.
Great. Yeah. But I want to make sure it's good for me. But then at the end of the day, it's like, I've already made so many people wait so long that when they finally watch it, they're going to go, this is what took so long. So it's like me being hard on myself and, all that like psychological junk that I'm also going through right now, where it's like, man, I'm done with the movie. That's the important part, but I got to finish it. And it's like, is it actually going to be any good for people to watch? So
I think you're going to be fine with it. I think, and I know what you mean about people, waiting and then really, this is what we waited for.
Yeah.
But you can't avoid that. You want to make it so that you're happy with it.
Yeah.
In writing books, I often, they tell you to envision a particular reader. And so I usually envision my wife as I'm writing my books, and I know what her reactions to this stuff would be. And I try to make that reaction fit to her reading style. But I also got to remember there's hundreds of other readers out there who are reading the books who are doing their own interpretations as well. And it's the same with film.
Mhm.
You know, you can't please everybody no matter what you do. I mean, there's people that don't like The Godfather, but they exist.
Mhm.
And you can't cater to them. You got to just make the film the best that you want to make it until you're comfortable with it. That's the key.
Yeah.
And then it is what it is. You
Yeah.
know? And I'm like Stephen King. When I finish a book and it's in published format, it's done. I'm not going to go back and make any changes or fixes. If I missed them, I missed them. But I got to move on to the next thing. And it sounds like you're itching to do. You're kind of like James Cameron.
Yeah.
You're kind of done with the first run thing, and now you want to move on to Terminator.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get that call. Wouldn't that be cool?
To do Terminator? I got some ideas.
Oh, but you can't
that'd
call
be
it
cool.
Terminator. You can call it Terminexinator.
No, he could call it Terminator because he's working with James Cameron. James Cameron.
Oh, in that case, you could still call it Terminexator.
You're thinking of the porno version. It tells us a lot about you.
I didn't know there was a porno version of it.
Yeah, it's right in between 1 and 2.
Well, I'm thinking Terminex, which is
You be very careful with that phrase, Jeff.
What?
Right between 1 and 2 is.
Oh, well, hey, you know,
well, see,
that'd be pretty exciting.
Terminex is a bug killing company, and I'm going Terminexator. So it's okay. Moving on.
So that's pretty much what. So you got any plans on seeing something in the future? You got something that you're excited to see this month?
I don't even know what's out. I know my friends want me to go see Marty Supreme, and I enjoy horror movies, so I'll probably go out to see Primate. But I know there's something else that's coming out that I'm more excited for. But
I can tell you what it is. It's Shelter, the new Jason Statham movie. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for.
Does he play a normal working man who used to be ex-military and is crossed by
you
somebody?
think? Let's find out what the exact thing is.
He's living in a small town and somebody wrongs somebody in a small
It's
town.
very close to that.
Or is he taking care of bees or some other kind of insect? Is a bee considered an insect?
Yes.
It could be. Sorry. A recluse on a remote Scottish island rescues a girl from the sea, unleashing a perilous sequence of events that culminate in an attack on his home, compelling him to face his turbulent history. Just sign me up right now. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly, but that's what you want from Statham. He's found his niche. Who is this director, though? Rick Romanois. I don't know that I know his name.
I think he's
Shot Caller, Angel Has Fallen. Okay, Greenland. This is a big name. That guy's done some work.
Wait a minute. I thought Greenland was a new movie. I didn't realize it was 2020.
No, you're thinking of Greenland 2, which is out. Is it out now?
It's coming out, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good name.
Angel Has Fallen. That's with Morgan Freeman and Russell
Same guy
Crowe,
that's
right?
in
Okay.
Greenland too.
I don't.
Gerard Butler.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Who did I say?
Gerard Butler, as far as anybody knows.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. I saw Olympus Has Fallen with Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum. That one was fun.
Yeah.
That one was fun.
These the Fallen movies are entertaining.
Mm.
I've learned to enjoy them. They're Statham level action things, but they're still fun. So anyway, that's the movie I'm looking forward to this. But you couldn't remember the one that you were looking forward to?
I'd have to look at it.
I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Yeah. Has Running Man
sure
gone, or has it been released yet?
It has come and gone.
What?
Running Man?
The new one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's something else I watched. Oh, we talked about that last week. The Long Walk. Man, it was good. All right, Johnny. So tell us about your TV show.
So I'm saying Running Man, and you go Long Walk. Well, they're walking, not running.
They're both Stephen King stories.
Oh,
wait.
So there's hence the segue.
Oh, not I was thinking Roof Man with Channing Tatum when he said Running Man. I was like, yeah, that was a while ago. Running Man.
Roof Man was a good movie, but I don't like the fact that they glorified that guy. Yeah. Okay. So nothing else for you. If you think of that, there's that damn gnat. If you think of what it was, please, for the love of God, barge in on his. Oh, sorry.
Take a look.
All right. So
Oh.
Johnny, you've been watching a lot of boring television.
Yes, but before we get to that, you know that book I told you I was reading about Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah.
There's a movie coming out about Jimmy Stewart.
Does Tom Hanks play Jimmy Stewart?
No,
I'm not interested.
but I'm watching a clip from it. I'm going, I had no idea that they were making a movie about, I don't know if it's about that book or not, but it looks very interesting because from what I have read in this book and the trailer that I've seen, wow. It should be very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I said that twice.
It's called Jimmy, directed by Aaron Burns. It stars KJ Apa, Max Casella, and Kara Kilmer. And it's probably, I don't like the order they put these in anymore. They used to put them in a particular order, but now it's well, KJ Apa does play Jimmy Stewart, so that makes sense. Yeah, I'll check it out. It'll be interesting to see. It doesn't look like Jimmy Stewart there.
No, but he does have the accent. He does sound a lot like Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart had an accent.
Well,
We all have accents.
Yeah. That was my Jimmy Stewart.
That's not like Schwarzenegger dying. Okay, so
but it's an interesting book, and anyway, yeah, TV. Yeah, I'm just tune into your TV shows. There you go.
you kind of reviewed them already. So
Yeah,
is
so
there,
that's
is
what-
there anything in particular you watched that you really liked this week?
Matlock. I mean, again, Kathy Bates. How can you not like Kathy Bates?
The problem with that show is they cannot stretch that storyline out anymore. It's
True.
gone way too far. But you watch it because Kathy Bates and the rest of the cast are all good. But
And with the last episode I saw, it's like, is this show about to end? Only because
depends on the ratings, right?
Well, and my understanding is it does have some good ratings.
It did to start. I don't know if it still does.
But and again, I really enjoy Elsbeth. The actress who plays Elsbeth, she's just, I've liked her ever since I saw her in True Blood.
She's terrific. And there's no question about that. My problem with Elsbeth is that it's a Monk wannabe.
Mhm.
If you replace those roles and the names, they could almost be the same show. Not as convincing as Tony Shalhoub was, in my opinion. And the stories are a little sillier, even though Monk's pretty silly.
Mhm.
So, but Monk is, one of my favorite detective series ever. All right. So that's what John's watching, the Chicago shows, and he's watching Elsbeth and Matlock.
A couple of the Law and Orders, and
Some of them have law, but no order. We learned that earlier.
But no, I
That's
haven't.
what you said. I wasn't making a joke. That was your line.
That wasn't a laugh. That was our. Okay, I guess it was kind of a laugh.
Either that or a seal impression at the complete inopportune time.
It's a seal reading a book. Speaking of books,
Oh no, huh? So I saw some movies this week. One of them, thanks to Jeff.
hey,
Jeff brought me what?
You didn't let me.
Yeah, I know.
What did you see?
That's what he was getting into.
He's trying to throw a segue.
See, I thought he was going to do the book thing earlier when he was talking about the Jimmy
Well, he
Stewart
stopped
book.
me.
That's when I went like that because
Oh,
what he was doing. But he saved it.
We'll either get to it or we won't. Watch. Just do this. Hi, I'm R. Scott Bolton. I write books. You should read them. rscottbolton.com.
And they're available on Amazon.com. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you're going to get free delivery. There's a plethora of books written by R. Scott Bolton. My favorite is Dead Dick, about a 1940s private detective, hence the term Dick, who has died, hence the word dead.
This might be the one I use.
That's a good one.
The latest that's available is Bowling Bag in the Back Seat. Get these books, all 40,000 of them. Okay, there's not 40,000, maybe 39,999. No, not that many.
No.
Uh,
There's 8.
There's 8. And they run the gambit from science fiction to fantasy to everyday cops and robbers to private detective. Not just the 1940s private detective, but present day private detective.
Here in Ventura County. And as a matter of fact, there's a brand new one coming out in March, Second Shot.
And also one of the books, which again, I really like, The Dead Dick, has nuns with machine guns riding a Harley. I love it. Oh, that's my Tim Allen impression right there.
Of course.
But yes, get these books. You'll enjoy them.
Then that's on your nose.
There's 2 of them though.
Oh, no.
He's gone now. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a Valentine's Day book coming out? Or is there one in the? No, there's not.
No, but I am going to write. You know what I've noticed? I've noticed that holiday stories sell like hotcakes. So there very well may be a Brace Heller Christmas story next year. Just to see if I get any, and it's not going to be a book. It'll just be a novella maybe. But I'm just want to see how it does sales wise.
And Halloween is just around the corner, even though it's a long
big-ass
corner. Neath, it's a scary book. You will like it.
Okay, see, that was almost painless. Anyway,
on Amazon.com, R. Scott Bolton books. Get them.
rscottbolton.com. It's that easy. I watched Superbad. You gave me a stack of movies to watch, and I planned on watching The Notebook and Prisoners and Superbad, but I didn't have time for that because I was at the movies a lot. But I watched Superbad because I hadn't seen it, and everybody talks about it. And here's my wish for Superbad. Obviously, I don't think you have to call that movie a classic. And the reason is because so many things in the movie had been spoiled for me because they've become part of the conversation. Mm-hmm. People use the names, the lines, the words. I kept hearing things going, yeah, I've heard that before. Didn't realize it was from this movie. And there was so much of it in there. So that was kind of a downer because it's like, this would have been so funny if this had been the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like when he says, and here I am spoiling it for everybody. Well, I won't spoil it. Everybody's probably seen it. I'm not going to spoil it. When he tells him what the name he got on his fake driver's license is, that should have been hysterically funny, but I knew it because and that kind of hurt it for me in the long run, which is why I decided this is obviously a classic because it's become so much part of the culture.
Yeah.
And the cast, whoever put Jonah Hill and Michael Cera next to each other is a genius because Jonah Hill's just off the walls, crazy Sam Kinison. And then he's got this little timid Tom Hanks standing next to him. They were just great together. And of course, the guy with the fake driver's license, he's just wild and funny too. And I was thrilled when Seth Rogen and Bill Hader showed up as the cops. Mm-hmm. Like, it's hard to get better. And Emma Stone, I just watched Begonia before I watched this. Hard to tell it's the same woman. She's come such a long way. So good stuff all the way around. But again, I just wish that I'd seen it when it originally instead of 18 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was Superbad or if it was from, I don't think it was Reno 911, but there's a scene in something that I saw where these two cops, they pull a car over and on their loudspeaker, they say, pull over. And then the scene switches to the guys in the car and the guy says something like, we can't pull over. We'll pull over as far as we can go or something like that. Is that from Superbad?
No.
Okay.
What is that from? What's the name of that? Jeff, I thought you know
Super
this.
Cops? Oh, Super Troopers?
Super Troopers.
Oh, okay.
That's Super Troopers.
That was a funny scene though.
Super Troopers 3 on its way. Should be out here this year.
Superbad to me is it's a movie that grew on me because when it came out, everyone was quoting it. It was the same thing. I didn't really care for it as much, but I've watched it a dozen times now.
Yeah.
Especially while making First Run, because Superbad was one of the ones that inspired First Run. Superbad and Clerks. And I ended up reading a book by Seth Rogen called Yearbook, where he just tells stories from his childhood all the way up until like just random celebrity encounters and stuff like that. It's a really entertaining read. But a lot of the stuff in that book from his high school days that he talks about end up in Superbad.
I
And he
believe that.
talks about like specific situations, like this character is based on me, this character is based on my friend, this character is based on this actual person that went to our high school, this situation actually happened, this situation actually happened, and we just put them all together. So it's really interesting when you see all that stuff, because like, even though like Superbad doesn't relate to everybody's high school experience, there's relatable stuff in there that you can go like, oh yeah, I know that happened somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Even with ages as different as yours and mine, we both experienced that kind of stuff in the high school, because a lot of it's very similar despite the years.
Yeah. So, no, it's a great film.
I was just, like I said, I knew it was going to be something because it's been so popular for so many years. I didn't realize how much it has ingrained itself, and that impressed the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that is part of cinematic history because of what it did afterwards. Will it be in 50 years? I don't know, but it certainly is still now. So, and it's been 18 years already. So yeah, that was really good. I also went to the theater. I don't even know what order to do this. There's one I'm saving for the very last. And it's actually good for you and me, Jeff, because, well, I'll explain when we get there. And maybe John. We put John in but we'll get there. What's next on my list? A Devil All the Time.
Okay.
Not what I expected at all. I thought it was going to be a horror movie, and it really isn't. It's a crime movie, if anything else. And I don't remember why you recommended it.
It was on my list of greatest movies of the last 25 years.
Now tell us why you think that.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way.
So I can't remember specific parts, but I remember seeing it. I think it came out during COVID. There was a time where I wasn't really watching a whole lot of movies. I was kind of like bummed out about the whole movie thing, because like, we
didn't know if movies are coming back.
Yeah. But also like, just for personally, like I wasn't doing any short films. I wasn't doing anything. 127, my YouTube channel was like on a downturn. Like nobody was showing up to do anything. So I was kind of like in this rut, and I was like, I'm just going to give up the film thing. I'll move on to something else. I remember watching that movie, and I really enjoyed the way that the story went, and the acting, and just the filmmaking of it. And I remember when the credits started to roll, it was like, this is why I want to make movies.
That's big. That's big.
Because like, it just kind of like reignited that. Like, I want to make something that is so good that it's just like, okay, I don't know. That's how I felt then. And I think I was taking a film appreciation class during the time. And I was so like pissed off at a lot of the movies that they were recommending me to watch. I hate this movie. This movie sucks. And I remember writing a big thing about this film and like an essay or something, but I can't for the life of me remember exact things that I liked about it. But I know Tom Holland's performance was like great in this film.
That was one of the things you had mentioned, and I watched it for that as much as anything else. It is very good film, and I'm with you. I don't know if I'd go top 25 of the year so far, but it was, or the century so far, but it was very, very good. Again, not what I expected. For some reason, I think just the title made me think it was a horror movie.
Yeah.
But it's actually, here's the synopsis on IMDb. Sinister characters converge around a young man devoted to protecting those he loves in a post-war backwoods town teeming with corruption and brutality. And that does pretty much tell you what's up with it. And the cast, Tom Holland's great. Bill Skarsgård is always good.
Robert Pattinson's in this. Oh yeah, he's in that too. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, it's really a well-made crime thriller with characters that feel real.
Yeah. And you don't like really anybody in the movie because they're all like terrible people.
Right.
And it's so dark too that it was just, but I don't know. I kind of like dark films like this.
Which brings us to Matthew Supreme, strangely enough. because I didn't know what to expect from Matthew. Am I saying that right? Marty Supreme. Thank you.
I was gonna say I don't remember Matthew.
His full name is Matthew, as far as you know. Anyway, I didn't know what to expect from this. I expected something. I want to say I expected something Rocky style, but on another level of it's hard to say because Rocky won Best Picture, but another level of drama and intensity. And that's not it at all. And I won't give too much away because Jeff hasn't seen it yet. And I don't know if John has any intention on seeing it. I know many of you haven't seen it, even though it's doing extremely well at the box office. It's the story of a guy who works very hard to get into a top level table tennis match and fails. And the rest of the movie, which is like 90% of it, is him trying to get that chance again and making horrible decisions around people who are making horrible decisions with him to finally get there. And my wife did not like this movie at all because she said it was grim, it was depressing, it was frustrating. All those things are true, but they're all there for a reason. And I got to tell you, I remember mentioning that somebody had said that Timothée Chalamet gives a Al Pacino level performance that Al Pacino gave in The Godfather. And that is so true. I was literally watching that movie thinking, this is the guy from Dune? He can't possibly be. But he's that good. He transcends in this role. So his performance alone is worth seeing it. But everybody in the film is very good as well. It's just don't go in there expecting it to be, Adrian, because it ain't going to be that. It's something entirely different. And if you're okay with that, the darkness of it all, I think you'll be very impressed with this movie. Very impressed with it. It's made by one of the brothers who did. I always get their first names mixed with the Safdie brothers. We'll just call them that. One of them did the Dwayne Johnson movie that was out last year about the wrestler. That was not very good. Wrecking Machine. Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm. Performances were great.
Performances were through the roof. The rest of the movie, not so much. This one has a lot of similarities between it. I think it's a much better movie. Part of the fact that it's based really super loosely on an actual table tennis player. And I keep saying table tennis instead of ping pong because ping pong sounds silly and table tennis sounds serious. And that's what this movie is. It's more serious. But now I've lost my place. What was I talking about? That's what I get for
beer
doing
pong.
Marty Supreme.
Yes. And the other movie, Wrecking Machine.
Yeah.
It's interesting because both of them take place in the United States and Japan. And these guys are brothers who are very successful filmmakers. This is the first time they've directed movies separately. They usually direct them together. And I'm thinking, did you guys put a package together for this? We want to make two movies that take place in the United States and Japan. They're both sports films. They're both about this. Can we get a package deal? I bet you anything that's where that all fell down from. But anyway, go see Marty Supreme. It's excellent.
I'll try to do that this week.
Every time that you have brought up Marty Supreme, even when we first talked about it a couple of weeks back, last year, all I could think of was that scene in the Tom Hanks movie,
Forrest Gump.
I was going to say Eating Gilbert, but he wasn't in that one. Forrest Gump, where he's playing tennis. Now, something I did learn just recently, shooting those scenes, or when you watch the scene, Tom Hanks' character never blinks. And because somebody told him, do not take your eye off the ball. So his character never blinks. And then the other thing that I'm always thinking about when it comes to ping pong or table tennis.
Depends on if it's serious or not.
Yeah. I've seen video of Bruce Lee playing against these guys. They're using ping pong paddles or table tennis paddles, and he's using nunchucks. And he's beating them with the nunchucks.
I got to see that video.
That's keeps coming to mind every time you mention.
I got to see that video. Because I got to tell you, it's a little sus.
Yeah. You know what comes to mind every time he mentions Marty Supreme? Taco Bell.
I get that. Now I want Taco Bell.
Oh.
Yeah, drive through.
And I'll tell you this
Marty
about
Supreme.
Timothée Chalamet as well. He'd known he's going to play this part for 8 years. So for the past 8 years, he's played a buttload of table tennis because he wanted to be at the level that this player is in the screen. Well, nobody can be at that level. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that are, but not in 8 years. So most of all the scenes of him are him actually playing table tennis, but they did CGI the ball in when it gets going really hardcore. So, but the fact that he did that again, the guy's amazing. That guy is just blows my mind. Amazing. And, you know, I thought for a minute that he was going to be considered for Bond. Not 100% correct, but because he's Timothée Chalamet, he can pull it off. And the reason I thought is because Denis is directing the new James Bond movie.
Oh.
And it seems like a natural thing. But then Amazon got involved and, you know, they're making all the calls now. So who knows?
And the latest James Bond, the ones with
Daniel Craig,
no,
Ace Frehley,
no, I think it's Daniel Craig.
Roy Scheider.
Oh, that was it. No,
Yeah.
The actor who plays Q, what's his name? For some reason, I thought that was Timothée.
No,
Chalamet.
I don't remember his name off the top, and I should because he's outstanding too.
Yeah. And for some reason, that I kept thinking that was him.
Right now, people are screaming at the screen for us. You'll know the name too, Jeff. I promise you.
Still haven't seen those movies.
Oh, then you won't know the name. Ben Whishaw.
But when you look at that picture down there of him without the beard, that's what makes me think.
It looks like Richard Ramirez.
Yeah. I was going to say Spock. We got
Okay.
Spock over there.
Well, of course we do. All right. What else did I see this week? Oh, I can't wait to get to this one. But wait, more to go. I watched Begonia. We won't go on too much about Begonia other than to say the cast is amazing. It is a really good film. Not a great film because it doesn't, that filmmaker takes things to the extreme and twists them around. Not much twisting going on here. You pretty much standard film of its type. Again, not giving too much away. Highly recommended because everybody in it is great. And it is an interesting film. It's just not a great film. Train Dreams, another movie that Josh recommended to me, is got to be the most gentle movie I've ever seen in my life. It's just a story of a man who's a logger. It takes place in the, I don't remember the year, but because it's confusing. It's like late 1800s to 1970 or something like that. But it's about a man who's trying to survive as a logger and the tragedies he goes through. And it's just, the actors in this film must have been really frustrated because every single frame is gorgeous, like a photograph. And I can imagine sitting on set. Is the lighting done yet? Not yet, because it's perfect. It's just glorious. The strangest thing, it's shot in 4:3. You'd think that would be widescreen for sure, but it's not. It's a little. It is 4:3, right? Ratio,
So.
yeah. Weird, but just this story, just gently told, quietly told. Even the horrific parts are beautiful and sad, but not harsh or in your face. It's just a gentle movie. And does that mean, some people are just slow, but if you stick with it, and it's difficult because it is just slowly telling a story. And I don't know where the title comes up. I think it'd be Logger Dreams, not Train Dreams, but there's always a train in the background somewhere. You always hear it. So it means something that I obviously missed. But anyway, Train Dreams on Netflix. Very good. And William H. Macy, Josh was the first person to tell me this. It's the best performance he has ever given. It probably is. He's amazing in that as well. One more before we get to the payload. No, I take that back. Yeah, one more for the payload. Primate. So I went to see Primate in theaters. I will tell you that, again, not trying to do any spoiler alerts. It's an old school horror movie with terrific gore effects. The gore effects are, as they, chimpanzees are scary anyway. You read the real life stories of chimpanzees that have gone ape, sorry, and they're brutal. I apologize. They're brutal. I mean, people literally getting their faces ripped off and stuff. And they have no qualms about showing you this in this movie. So there's a lot of that. The science of it, probably not so much. For example, the movie takes place in Hawaii. And what happens is this pet chimpanzee, and I'm not giving it away because this is basically in the trailer, gets rabies. And there's a scene where the lead character, no, the father of the lead character is writing to his veterinarian, and the veterinarian's telling him that the ape has rabies. And he replies, but there's no rabies in Hawaii. And she replies, well, thank you for your medical opinion, but, and I remember thinking when the movie was starting and there was in Hawaii, wait, there's no rabies in Hawaii. It's like there's no snakes in Hawaii. I knew this. But he gets rabies. And I can just imagine the filmmakers in the middle of the process. Wait, this is that there's no rabies in Hawaii. Oh, crap. So they had to throw that line in to straighten it out, you know. But there's other things that strength-wise, yeah, I am buying it. It's two girls, 15, 17 years old, in a tug of war with a 200-pound chimpanzee. How fast would their arms be ripped out of the sockets?
Pretty quick.
Yeah, doesn't happen. But anyway, Primate,
even a baby chimp is very strong.
Oh yeah, this is a big chimp, and he would just, I mean, there'd be, anyway, there's things about it that scientifically don't work. It's a fun film anyway, and the score is really impressive. It's one of those synthwave scores.
Oh, okay.
Like Phantasm. It reminded me a lot of Phantasm.
Oh.
Does it really fit the movie? Sometimes it's a little, hey, that sounds like Phantasm. But anyway, if you like, and I know you like horror movies, I think you'll enjoy this one. It's pretty fun. The last movie that I will mention here is a movie that should give you great hope. Because I realized what?
I was going to say, that sounds like a good title for a movie.
That'd be The Great White Hope.
No. I'm saying that sounds like it would be
a Star Wars movie, maybe. I know, I'm just going off. Oh, you know what, John? I'm about to steal your thunder when I tell you the name of this movie.
Oh, no.
But what I'm saying is that if this movie can be made and put on, I think it was Amazon where I watched it, you can make money with First Run. Because this movie was called, and I'm not insulting First Run. I didn't mean that at all. I'm just saying that Jeff's worried about it. So this is going to make him feel a lot better. Pickleball Exorcist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw you post something about that.
Pickleball Exorcist is about a guy who wants to play pickleball.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to the pickleball courts in his pickleball uniform, and he finds a paddle. One side of the paddle is a perfectly clean, nice little pickleball paddle. The other side is the Necronomicon.
Okay.
It's got a human face on it, scowling like a demon. And he picks it up. Well, probably shouldn't have picked it up because it turned him into a pickleball demon. He goes on a killing spree. It starts in a pickleball court where he kills two jerky players who are insulting him. And they don't insult him for long because he literally cuts one of their heads off with the pickleball paddle. And it cuts to a dummy head, complete with a ring that fits in the collar, flying through the air. Like, okay. Most of this movie is this guy walking to his next kill. There's scenes that go on for 2 minutes. Him just walking down the street and the music, dun, 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 dun. And then he runs into somebody. The first person he runs into is this guy who just happens to be walking down the street, and he murders him with his paddle, beats him to death. Dun, 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 dun. Runs into a guy who's got his baby in a baby carriage. And by the way, it's the same guy, just a different costume. Keeps killing the same guy over and over again. He beats the baby to death in the carriage, and the baby instantly transforms into a baby doll. So of course it breaks apart. The sockets pop out in the hollow plastic. Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah, and he tosses it in the air. His head goes flying in the grass, and And the other guy, the whole time, the father, and as a father, this is probably your typical reaction, right? This guy's beating your child to death with a pickleball paddle. So you stand back and go, no, stop, please. No, stop, don't. Doesn't do anything about it. Just stands there and says that. So the baby and this guy, the father, are eventually dead. Dun, 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 dun. He runs into a guy and his dog. The dog attacks him. It's a real dog. It's a German Shepherd. At least at this moment. And the next moment, it's one of those damn inflatable dogs you see in the stores. Like a balloon dog. And he's fighting it. The dog's, it's like. And this was the point my wife says, yeah, I'm going to bed. And she's a pickleball fan. She had enough. They spend all this money on CGI blood splashing the walls. Why not just throw ketchup at it?
Yeah, I like to go November 1st to all the Halloween stores and I'll buy a gallon a year. You know what? I'll use it eventually.
Yes.
Oh,
that's all you had to do. Why are you CGI? And I know why, because the whole film's shot on this, I guarantee, on an iPhone. And the special effects are laid in with an iPhone. And so he kills the dog and dun, 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 and starts walking again. Well, then it cuts to this detective who's part-time detective, full-time exorcist.
Oh, God.
And he goes and he eventually exorcises the demon out of the pickleball guy.
Does he throw up green pea soup?
I didn't see any of that.
Okay.
But I could have been asleep many times.
Does the head turn around?
John, you're expecting way too much for this movie.
Does it levitate off the bed?
Way too much for this movie.
I have a question. This is an important question. How does the exorcist exorcise the pickleball demon?
Well, I really don't want to give anything away. But let's just say it's stupid.
Does he pick up a paddle and pickleball with the demon?
No.
Well,
He really should have.
Christ.
He really should have.
Yeah.
This guy, and I'm not fat shaming anybody or age shaming anybody. This guy should not be on a pickleball court. The guy who's you know what? I'm going to pull this graphic down for you guys so you can see what this is. This is the pickleball player. I'm sorry. I have to get the graphic here. So give me a second.
What
is it? Command or Control, Jeff? There it is.
I don't know Apple. There you go. That one.
Really? I've been asking all these questions because I thought you did know about Apple.
I don't use Apple. I haven't since high school. And that was...
It's because of the keyboard, right?
13 years ago. Yeah.
You looked at your watch for 13 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, and it that's even better. Here's the paddle, so I'll pull this down too.
How does the movie look? I mean, can we see a frame of the movie?
I'm gonna try to find one.
Okay.
Because
I feel like I know what it looks like based on what you're talking about.
Let's see if we can find a frame because here's one here.
Oh wow, you weren't joking when you said this is on an iPhone.
Look at that.
Okay.
Now I know the audience can't see this, so I'll share some. And here's our detective. Yeah, he probably shouldn't be playing. He shouldn't be playing pickleball.
That's the detective exorcist?
Yes.
What? They couldn't have gotten that guy. That guy just got up out of bed. He didn't costume him at all.
All right, I'm going to share these images with everybody out there. So just give me a second here because.
All right. I got a movie that we should all watch because we talked about a film. Well, I'll tell you.
No, go ahead. Do it. It's going to take me a second to pull it up.
On 127, I would do this thing where I would find movie trailers of like terrible movies on purpose to end our night. It was torture for everybody, but it was fun to do. And I remember finding a trailer for a movie called Cocaine Snorting Crabs from Outer Space. And it looked like that, like it was shot on somebody's iPhone, and it's about these rubber crabs that come down from outer space. Someone gives them cocaine and then they start murdering people. The people who made the movie saw our trailer react because it was the only people who ever talked about it. They were like, wow, thanks. They sent us a DVD that was signed. But
That's really cool.
yeah,
It really is cool.
but I've still never seen it. Maybe we should watch it.
We should. Let's see.
Is it as bad as they say?
I don't know. You know, it looked very fun though, because it was just a guy laying on the floor going, no, no, and he's covered with rubber.
It's probably the
Rubber
same
crabs.
folks.
Well, they were something Rat Productions.
Okay, so it's on Amazon Prime Video,
Oh, look at that.
and it has 3.4 stars, so you know it's good.
Yeah, they did pretty good, because after they had emailed us and they said, hey, we got a distribution deal going. I'm like, oh, that's
Oh,
great.
it's all thanks to you. Oh,
I don't know about
dude.
that, but
I'm curious if it's the same filmmakers now, because it sounds like it would be.
yeah, I don't remember what their
There we go.
production company was called. It was like something Rat Productions.
Let's see if it's the same director. Even Evan Jacobs directed Pickleball Exorcist. He also did a movie called Death Toilet, apparently.
That's the toilet.
No, I don't think it is.
I don't.
'Cause this was Cocaine Snorting Crabs from Outer Space was made by it was like a small town, and then the people who owned some bar were like, yeah, let's make a movie, and then they just did it on a weekend. It's like some town in Northern California,
Which is what brings me to the point that we should do a movie like this. We could do a little movie like this and get it on Amazon. All right. Well, I don't even want to look anymore, but let me share these images with you folks. So here is the poster image for Pickleball Exorcist. You can see the face on the pickleball paddle there. And that frame is better than any frame in the movie.
it kind of looks like a hyper realistic drawing of Hank Hill or something.
Yeah.
It almost looks like Tom Hanks playing Hank Hill.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, get it? Tom Hanks, Hank Hill, Hank.
Wait, I think you've uncovered a mystery.
Wow.
Here's the actual paddles. See their Necronomicon images on them. What is in that top one's mouth? I don't want to know. And here's the detective we were talking about.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Well, he is a part-time detective and a full-time exorcist. And there's the dog in the background.
The rubber doll. Oh my God.
And there's the doll parts. It's like,
Yeah, and these gore effects that you see the hand right by his foot, and then there's a couple of them. They're straight out of the Halloween shops.
That's crazy.
So anyway, Pickleball Exorcist. If somebody has been bad at your house and needs to be punished, I would highly recommend you sit them down and make them watch the entire movie, because it's amazing. I mean, there's no other word for it. But I want to talk to that. I'm trying not to use foul language here. That critic at Daily Variety who said that The Life of Chuck was the worst movie of 2025. Did you not watch this one? The hell's wrong? It's bad enough you would even put that on a top number one worst movie of the year list. But there's so many movies that are worse, and that movie's really good.
I think we should go find that reviewer dude and force feed him X-Lax.
He can read between
Chuck was great.
He can read, but damn, he can read between the lines is what I'm saying. That was too much work for that joke, but it worked. I forgot I got a camera here now. Hi.
Why don't you just do it this way? Oh,
shocker. That's the shocker sign.
No, it used to be.
Oh no, I'm off a little bit. Yeah. Why are we talking about the shocker thing of this show? We probably shouldn't be. All right. Anyway, that's it for now. The movie I'm waiting more for mostly this month is Shelter. And here's the sad thing. I'll probably see it in Costa Rica because we'll be going to Costa Rica the 1st of February through the 10th or 11th of February. And I already told my brother, find out where Shelter's playing.
Oh, bring these to him.
No, I'm not. They've already told us that we have to bring we never take a suitcase that what do they call it? Not a carry-on, but the check-in bag.
Oh, uh-huh.
We never take a check-in bag. And he said, no, you have to, because I need some booze. So we have to do a check-in bag just so we can have his booze, which I get.
Are they going to let you bring booze?
Yeah.
Oh, if it's check-in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what he wants to.
No, you don't.
Oh, just raid that.
That's not what he wants.
Oh.
He wants Salerno
Oh.
because he can get Maker's Mark down in Costa Rica, but it just costs a lot. But he cannot get Salerno down there.
I thought I saw a
But-
bottle of that over there.
No, there's no Salerno up there.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna look at the calendar and see what's come out. Maybe we can find out what Jeff wanted to see. So we got Labyrinth coming up. That was yesterday, wasn't it? Never mind. Don't go see that. Primate. I saw Primate on Wednesday. I guess it was a preview, huh? That's all this stuff that's here. Greenland 2 is out now. Hamnet is going wide. Night Patrol. A Private Life, Madagascar, signing Tommy Raymond. Shadow of the Sun, Lord of the Rings re-release. Charlie the Wonder Dog. All You Need Is Kill. Kind of like that title. 28 years later, you're not interested, right?
I'll probably go see it anyways.
Let me know because I'll probably go with you. John doesn't like those movies. And
Wait a minute. Wait.
I might go with Josh too. Maybe we can all go, the three of us.
Sure. I'm not at work. I'll go.
Well, Josh works basically the same hours you do, so that should work out. Return to Silent Hill.
I didn't know they were making a Silent Hill movie.
The trailer is pretty good. I saw the trailer last night. Yes.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
What's that?
Godzilla -0. They just put out the poster for that.
They did. Now, because this is what happens these days, and I know you got to get out of here, Johnny, so we'll finish here in just a second. Everybody always looks for the hidden thing in the trailers and the previews and things like that. Purportedly, there's one in this. What did you think about that theory, if you've heard about that theory?
Well, a lot of people were thinking Ghidorah
Right.
because of the bright yellow and everything, but I know the director has interest in using Hedorah, the sludge monster,
Yes. Smog Monster.
smog monster. Well,
Oh, shoot. What did I just do?
clouds look a little smoggy.
Mm.
Not only that, but and I was trying to pull the image up, but I can't get one that'll format properly for us right now. If you look at this image closely, apparently you can see Hedorah in this image. Now I've heard people say he's down in the lower left hand or in this behind this blue cloud here. I think it's like the UFO. It's just like, oh, that's a UFO. Look, you can see it right. No, or the ghosts. No,
Yeah.
you can't. Oh, by the way, I want to talk to you about the ghosts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, but the blue, I mean, that could be Godzilla's little laser.
That's true.
So
Radioactive breath.
maybe he gets that.
Look at the one that's in the far bottom right. No.
Well, that's the only one that's been released officially.
Oh, well, no, I was going to say on that right down there. That one.
That's from the first movie, I think.
Well, it says 0. Well, that image is from the first movie. I think
Yeah.
you're probably
Well, it's
right.
got the minus and the 0.
Yeah, but
so-
the image is from the first movie.
Oh,
Because
okay.
yeah, that was a great image too, with his eyes lit up like that.
Because I'm looking at behind.
Sorry, we almost ended up watching Pickleball Exorcist together.
Oh no.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about it too. And if that filmmaker pulls it off twice, I'm going to be blown away. And I'm a little trepidatious about the whole thing because he knocked it out of the park the first time. Can he do it again?
I'm there for it.
I opening night, and I'm going to the biggest screen I can find too.
Yeah. I don't care if he doesn't pull it off a second time. I'll be there a third time if he does it again.
You're right.
So
You're right. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm looking very much forward to that. And maybe we already mentioned this in the show, but I was talking about Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum, and I had a thought. And if we did talk about it, everybody knows that I've got this liver condition going on right now that I'm dealing with.
Onions? Liver and onions?
You are a disgusting cannibal.
Yeah.
And I remembered afterwards that Zach Bagans has a certain doll in his possession that he considers the most evil artifact on the planet.
Peggy.
It's not Peggy. It's
Oh,
another
another
one.
one?
It's right next to Peggy.
Oh.
In
Betty.
fact, once you finish with Peggy, and there's 2 levels of Peggy, there's the VIP level where you stand right in front of her. That may be where my trouble started. Anyway, and then the other roll behind it. So the next room, there's a corridor so you can go around because this object is so evil in here, or you can go through the tunnel and see the object. Well, I chose to go through and see it. And I honestly, I only glanced at it because I didn't realize that was it, because it's not very big. And I didn't want to go back because that seemed like pushing my luck. So, but anyway, I did glance down at it. Well, then I remember Zach Baggins talking about how that particular object, I believe, that was the most evil object he's ever dealt with. When he first found it, he got very ill and ended up thinking that he had liver cancer. And I'm going, now, wait a minute. I know that I drink a lot, but the doctor said I don't drink to the point that I should have done this. I know I eat a lot of fatty foods, but not to the point I should have done this. Was it those damn ghosts? And I'll tell you that it's about the time we got to Peggy that I started wishing something would happen, and nothing was happening. And I was standing right in front of Peggy, and of course they unveil her face, because they keep her face hidden. And the guide was talking. It's changed since you were there, probably.
Yeah. No, it's just an open room.
Oh yeah, they keep her face hidden, and they draw a thing and it does it.
Oh,
sorry, I was trying to.
That was John's Godzilla impression.
Oh.
But so they draw her the thing away, and the guide starts trying to talk to her, and it's that stupid squawk box, squawk, 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 squawk. 1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12, squawk, squawk, squawk. It's like,
yeah.
And she's trying to make sense out of it. Oh, did you hear that? She said she's glad you're here or something. Like, no, she didn't. All I heard was squawk, squawk. So I started getting a little pushy in my head, of course. I went, come on, prove it. Say something. Say my name. Say something. Prove it. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. Nothing. And then the next room is the most evil object of it. So I might have brought it on myself.
I don't think so. I push things mentally all the time. I'm just like, go on, do it. Push me out a window. Rip my heart out. I don't care. Do it. Scratch me. I want that experience. Nothing's ever happened.
Well, something happened, but you don't want to talk about it on the air.
Okay, well, that was different. I wasn't asking for that. But I think it's kind of like the thing where somebody tells you have bad luck, and then you start thinking about like, oh, well, this could be that. This could be that. So I don't know if the two things are related. Could they be? I don't know. But could they not be?
Probably. No, I'm just having fun with it because
Okay.
I realized that afterwards, and I went, I was fine up until then. Then all of a sudden I get back and I went, man, what is that freaking ghost house?
It's a cool story. I'd stick with that.
I should call them and put so they can put it on their list of things. Maybe they'll interview me. I was here and my liver went bad because I was pushing Peggy.
They do.
Well,
it.
you shouldn't have
would.
pushed her.
No, you have to, because if you're not, that's the whole thing. You go to these things and it's all about building up in your mind that it's real. And they do a great job of that there. The best job I've ever seen anywhere. They do a great job of that to where you're doubting yourself. I mean, I went in stone cold unbeliever. And halfway through, I'm like, there's certain things I wouldn't look at. And then we get to Peggy. And I'm bored now. It's like, okay. Of course, what happened after that was that damn cellar, which is where I had what I think was a real experience. But they're good at making you think you're wrong and that this stuff is real. So you start pushing it. You start saying, okay, well, if it's real, do something, throw something at me, push me, scratch me, do any of that stuff. And it never happens.
Yeah. Well, that's how all those shows go, like a lot of that stuff, like the spirit box, all those little gadgets and stuff, super easy, manipulatable. I've been learning a lot about it recently in the past couple of weeks. I'm like, man, there's so much fake stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I want to try to get to the bottom of certain things. I'm going to go back to Vegas next month, I think.
Oh, you really? This soon?
So my wife and I are going to go through it again. So we'll see what happens.
And it's been what, 6-7 years since you've been there?
2018 is when I went.
Oh yeah.
So
it's about 6-7 years. I'm anxious for your report to see what you think of it now that it's become this, because it's been voted the #1 attraction in Las Vegas. That's huge. And I think I mentioned it when we went there. We were there early and there was nobody there. We finished our tour and we came out and it was packed solid like an airport. So, you know, it's a big deal, but I don't really believe the ghost did that. But if they did, Peggy, I'm sorry. Okay. Can we go now?
I got none.
You got to go. You said you had to leave. You got to get your vehicle repaired.
Hopefully.
What's the other option? Put it down?
I could do that.
I know you could. That's what
An old
scares me.
Yeller, your car.
Yeah.
Drive it out to the field.
That's the whole thing. I can't drive it.
Oh,
It don't want to start.
Eventually we had to get to an accent.
all right.
Blimey. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're listening, you can always watch us by going to roughedge.tv. If you're watching us and want to listen, you can go to roughedge.fm. It works that way both ways. I don't know what we'll see this week, but I'll see something. I'm kind of ahead of the game since I got to see Primate early. But there's plenty out there. Always is.
Yeah, there's a lot. Looking at that calendar, you're showing a bunch of re-releases. I'm more interested in new stuff that's coming out.
There were a couple of new releases. I wouldn't say there was a lot, but there are movies that I want to see. Aren't you the one who has to go? Why are you asking me a question like that? All right. We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks for listening and everything
remember,
else.
Go to your local theaters, especially your mom and pop movie theaters.
They're going away.
Unless you show up, start putting your butts in the seat.
Yep.
I mean, even Avatar's tanking. They said it'll be lucky to do 1.7 billion. It's not tanking. It's not doing as well as the first ones, but that's far from a tank. So, all right. We'll see y'all. Bye.
Later days.
Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.